Hey, my name's Kristen. I'm going to be sharing divine guidance with you guys today. So stick around if you're interested. If not, keep scrolling. All right, so let's ask the angels, saints, ancestors, and spirit guides into our space for divine guidance and messages for our highest and greatest good. So it is, and so it will be. You're surrounded in divine white light. Woohoo! All right, we're going to do this. Okay. All right, I have the Empress coming out first. I feel like this is somebody who is finding themselves disempowered, okay, and needing to find and tap into their feminine power. This Empress is in reverse. So it's an energy that is in some sort of like dependence, okay, so codependency. They could be insecure. They also could be dealing with like a blocked creativity. And there could be a need to pay attention to your body, okay? Sometimes when we're showing up in the reverse, it's because we're ignoring something. We're refusing something. We're not dealing with something. So let's see what else this is. All right. So this is like someone in their feminine energy, but it's like they're giving their power away, okay? Or someone is abusing their feminine powers, also what I'm getting. I feel like they're having to use others' energy to create from. Okay. All right. Let's see. What else do you want to say about this? Okay. I have Justice coming out. Lady Justice coming out for an Empress in reverse. I feel like whatever was unjust, unfair, unbalanced is being balanced. I feel like cause and effect is at play, and that very well could be as a result of an Empress in reverse. I feel like there's a need to deal with the consequences of something, and there's truth coming out and life lessons playing out here for this Empress in reverse. Okay. So they could be dealing with some legal matters even. Okay. I feel like there is this like invisible strength here. There's this courage. There's this personal power. There's this wisdom here. Maybe someone's needing to tap into this for themselves. Or this is maybe the energy I'm picking up on, is that like there's something that you're confident about. There's this personal power. Someone has like strong personal power here. And this could be you, and maybe whatever was unjust, you overcame in some way, shape, or form, like you persevered. I'm also getting you're very influential as well. So maybe there's some sort of like effect for a feminine in reverse, okay? It's like cause and effect playing out here. All right. Something required you to have courage and confidence at the same time having compassion. Okay? Look at 8 of Cups, walking away from something. Releasing something that once served you that no longer does serve you. I'm also getting feeling emotionally unfulfilled. And then letting something go. So far, Empress, Justice, Strength, and the 8 of Cups. And I feel like it has something to do with like a King of Cups here. Water sign energy. Maybe we'll get more information on that. Okay, let's see. What else you got for us? I just saw the Tower. So I feel like... Wow, King of Swords, mind over matter. Okay, so there very well could be legal matters at play here that is requiring something to be left behind, or someone to leave something behind. I feel like someone is detached. There is some sort of clarity coming in with the Ace of Swords. Some sort of truth here. I feel like maybe this justice playing out There's legal matters here. There's like needing to do something to, it's almost like needing to do what's right in a situation, but they didn't. They chose a different direction. And as a result, like there's some sort of awareness and insight and like an epiphany happening here. There's truth coming to the light. Wow. Okay, and then I have the 5 of Cups. So you could be receiving some sort of information as it relates to someone you might have dealt with in the past that was not in their power. In fact, they were disempowered. They could have been abusing their power. I feel like you've moved on from the situation. I feel like it took courage and confidence to do so. I feel like you left this up to the divine for justice. As you understand that there's universal laws playing out here with the Ace of Swords. I feel like this also could represent like someone wanting to kind of like spin a narrative in some way, shape, or form, like control the viewpoint with the Ace of Swords. Again, like mind over matter. So someone tried to control the narrative, okay, of somebody. And as a result, like there's a need to maybe move away from a situation and let things play out naturally. So it's like minding your business. I feel like this 5 of Cups in the reverse is like overcoming whatever despair this was. There's a need to like do the healing and letting go, as well as like accepting the change here and having forgiveness. So I feel like you received the information you needed to leave a situation behind and let it go and focus on your healing. So you could have been the feminine energy that was disempowered, or this is someone in your energy. I have the 10 of Cups. And so this is in reverse, and it's talking about a disconnected family dynamic. Something broken, imbalanced, there's discord, there's like inauthentic energy, like pretending that things are good and they're not. It's like very fake. There's misalliance here, and there's a false sense of security in this family dynamic. So this could be your family that I'm picking up on. And as a result, like you're leaving it behind with the 5 of Cups, because the 5 of Cups is in reverse and so is the 10 of Cups. So I feel like there's some sort of information, there's some sort of like truth, okay? Even vision, like you might be a seer, you might receive visions through your dreams, or just you could be a clairvoyant. I feel like you're seeing this disconnected family dynamic as something that doesn't align with you anymore, and you very well could be guided to kind of like walk away from this, because this could also be like your personal family, like your mother, your father, your sisters, your brothers, or this could be like your dynamic specifically, or this could be someone that I'm picking up in our collective. Okay, so if this does not resonate so far, then don't pick it up. Okay, we'll get more information. Okay, we do have the World cards. This talks about the end of a chapter. There could be travel. I feel like there's a sense of belonging. All right, I feel like whatever didn't serve you was like a catalyst for you to search for what does, right? Otherwise you would have stayed in something that really didn't like fulfill you. So it's like, you know, your desires are the 10 of Cups, right? And so it's like, go after what you seek. So this is like a bit of seeking. And then I have a 6 of Pentacles. So I feel like there's an energy that is going to be a bit of like give and take here. I feel like you're seeking something that is going to be equal and feeling valued. There's like this quid pro quo energy, balanced. You could be someone who's very generous, and so it's time for you to receive. And so if you're in these energies, right, that just want to take from you and not give, then you're like pouring out this energy of and not receiving it back. So I feel like you had to remove yourself from all of this so that you could truly be in an energy to receive. Something that is equal. There's kindness. There's like this kind gesture. Nine of Cups. Yeah, so it's kind of like whatever didn't serve you is being removed, and whatever is going to serve you is coming in. I do have the Nine of Cups. So I feel like this is something that is fulfilling. I feel like this is a wish come true. This could be you feeling satisfied. I feel like there is this like giving and receiving here. So I feel like you've made space for new relationships in your life. And those relationships have different qualifications, okay? Because you've learned a lot. You've learned like what helps you be in your power and what doesn't. And I feel like you're choosing your peace and happiness over anything else. Anything that doesn't fulfill you is being removed, either by you or spirit. I feel like you're focused on your happiness, and you're focused on celebrating and being with those who are like-minded, kindred spirits, I'm getting. I feel like you're completely content, and there are wishes coming true for you. And it also is about like, maybe you never really felt like you belonged before. I feel like with this new dynamic, I feel like you are going to feel like you belong. I feel like these people are going to prioritize you and make an effort so that you do feel like you belong, okay? There's this fulfillment here. There's achievement here. There's a success here. So whatever was unsuccessful before is being cleared out, okay? And justice is being served. I feel like you may have to have some patience. But I'm getting like, it's all for the greater good, your greater good, okay, with the World card. So there's an end of a chapter and a beginning of a new one. That's beautiful. And then we have better times ahead, the Six of Swords. Moving to calmer waters. It could be like a solo journey for a little bit for some of you. Because all this energy is being cleared out, I'm getting like you've overcome the hardships. You've overcome the tough times. You've done the healing work, and you're in this energy of like restoration and protecting your peace. Okay. Yeah. And I feel like those who might have caused conflict for you in the past, Six of Wands in the reverse. So this is like a battle, right? I feel like they did this for the sake of vanity. They did this because they're conceited and self-centered, and they're in this energy of disgrace and failure, narcissism even, you know, being a follower, not a leader, and someone showing off and being egocentric is how they find themselves now. I feel like, you know, you're like, let them. I feel like you left this behind. Like you walked away from this. Okay. I feel like you've taken the action to let go, and you're ready to move on. This is like overcoming that despair of the people who you thought were for you were actually against you the whole time. It's like keeping your enemies closer. Okay, it's like that energy. I don't know that you realize that you had all of this conflict in your energy, or this competition, right? Or people not wanting you to win, okay, because they're not winning, or they want to win. Okay, so it's like this battle that you don't need to fight. You may have surrendered this battle to the divine. All right. I feel like this was a heavy load. This was a burden. I feel like they're on the brink of collapse. They're overwhelmed now. I feel like they're overloaded and they're done. Done with the Ten of Wands. All right, so that's kind of like a side note. All right, we're going to pull some other cards here. Let's get some messages here with this. Okay, what is the messages for this collective that I'm picking up on? Empress in reverse. So this could have been you, or this is someone in the collective I'm picking up on. This would be an energy where you didn't feel confident. Maybe there was things that you were ignoring. There was dependence. There was things that, you know, you needed to deal with. And as a result, you were called to do so. This message I just got is a 10, and it says, this could be you, okay? I always felt I had a higher calling in life, and our connection brings me more clarity on it. So that could resonate for some of you. Okay, you could be feeling like you've got a higher calling in life. And I feel like this is, you know, feeling unfulfilled. And this is like a bit of soul searching. So you very much could have felt like you had a higher calling in life, and this connection that you were in was not fulfilling what your higher calling is. In fact, it was a blockage because the Empress is in reverse. Okay, so in order for the Empress to be in the upright, there was something that you needed to answer, and it was a spiritual calling. So this was something that helped to get you into your spiritual power and authority. Okay. And then I have union. The same divine energy flows in all of us. Okay, this energy is a catalyst to our reunion. So what you experienced was a catalyst, okay? We just need to allow this energy to work its magic. So this is like allowing spirit to work its magic and going with the flow. I also have a number 9. Because of you, I'm starting to see what is really important in life. So you could have taught somebody a lesson as it relates to like what you prioritize in life, okay? I'm getting like, you know, material versus love, or, you know, I feel like whatever's going out, whatever's playing out legally is something that someone is learning a difficult lesson with. They could have chose somebody, okay? I'm getting like somebody could have chose someone who was in their shadow here with the Empress in reverse, and as a result, they're dealing with legal issues with this person, and they're learning a very difficult lesson. I'm getting like epiphany energy, like truth energy. Yeah, this is like, if you didn't see it, now you see it, right? So someone is starting to see what really is important in life just by dealing with you. So you could be someone who leaves a mark. Okay, you could be someone who leaves a mark. All right, we did have like pride before the fall. Okay, like people coming after you, trying to take you down. I feel like they're burdened. Okay, they're overwhelmed with responsibilities, and it could be very difficult. You could be picking up on someone, again, more union energy here. I have 2 mission cards and 2 union cards. See, it like says it right on there. And this is an 8. I feel the chemistry between us. We need to trust that the energy we share will bring us back together again. So that's for somebody. All right. Interesting. I feel like this might have been a really difficult lesson to work through. I long to sweep you off your feet and shower you with my love. Aw, look at this. That's beautiful. I feel like there's definitely better times ahead for you. And I'm getting like, this is that giving and receiving energy that I'm picking up here that wants to sweep you off your feet potentially, or you could be the one that wants to do the sweeping. But I'm getting like, this is going to be very emotionally fulfilling. Okay. Sometimes, you know, our friends and family, you know, sometimes we have to choose our family. You could be someone who's being called to choose better relationships for yourself, ones that are more balanced. Let's see, we have, I watch you on social media and the internet. It's my way of staying close and finding out more about you. So someone could be watching you from afar. Okay, and then I have, I wish you could see that we are mirroring each other right now. Interesting. Number 4. Okay. Number 9, don't listen to other people. Trust yourself to know the truth. All right, so there may be a need for you to go within for the guidance instead of listening to everybody else and what they have to say. All right. Okay, being guided to this deck. Okay, let's see what the messages are. Thank you. There's definitely consequences playing out here. Okay, there's heavy emotions playing out here. All right, a lot of in and out energy, coming and going, and you know, not feeling emotionally stable. Okay, it's like highs and lows here. Picking up some highs and lows energy. Okay. I feel like that has something to do with this like pride before the fall here. It could also be related to I watch you on social media. Yeah, I feel like it's this energy that's being sneaky and having to like watch you maybe from a fake profile even. I feel like they're hiding themselves through a fake profile. This could be those that might have tried to come up against you are hiding from a fake profile. I feel like they're in disgrace energy. And I feel like they're a follower. All right. What else about this that you want to share with the group? All right, I feel like there is this energy of devotion. You could have gone through like one heck of a transformation. So I feel like you can't stop smiling. You're like happy and grateful and you're feeling complete at this time. And I feel like that takes confidence, okay? That takes compassion. That takes personal power, all right? That is a choice one makes every day, okay? I feel like you have the courage and the self-belief. It's like being able to overcome, right? Being able to trust oneself in any situation above anyone else. And I feel like you listen to spirit and you listen to your higher self and your intuition. And I feel like you're communicated to when it comes to when to let go and to move on from something. I feel like you are in tune with what to release, especially if it doesn't serve you. Someone is dealing with getting caught up as it relates to temptation. I feel like maybe there was money exchanged for temptation and there's law enforcement involved here. So someone maybe let their ego get the best of them. Okay, I feel like there's an air sign here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It came out in reverse, so I don't think the reference is so much to the reverse. I feel like it's just air signs. I feel like someone's profile creeping, thinking of you. Blocked contract. You may have had a contract with this energy. You no longer have a contract with this energy. In fact, they're blocked. And it's like they're going and searching on people's profiles who like and comment on your stuff if you have a social media presence. That's what profile creeping is. And they're profile searching. So they're looking people up who interact with you. All right, so they're spying, they're lurking, they're stalking. Yeah. I feel like you're out of touch. Water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And I'm also getting obsession energy. So this is someone who's clinging to your energy and not willing to let it go, and they're holding on and they're stalking your social medias. I feel like they're being exposed. There's something that they've done that they're being judged for. Okay, justice is here. All right, cause and effect is playing out. All right, and someone is hiding the truth. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I feel like there's childhood wounds here that are unresolved, and this energy is feeling very triggered. They're having like flashbacks of the past, and it really is affecting them. I feel like they're ready to explode, and they may have gotten caught in the act. I'm also getting there's past traumas coming up. There's this defensiveness, and there's a blocked heart chakra here, and they're very guarded. Someone is feeling very guarded. And then I have, there is this energy of communication. Okay, I feel like there's a contract here, but it's not with you. I'm getting, there's a new spiritual contract. Ooh, or this energy created a spiritual contract. Okay, and I feel like whatever that is, I feel like they're having to defend themselves in this spiritual contract. I'm also getting with this new energy over here, right? I'm getting like songs, telepathic communication, and dreams of them. So this is somebody that, like, again, I long to sweep you off your feet and shower you with my love. I feel like this is the energy you could be picking up on through telepathic communications, songs, and signs and synchronicities. Okay. So you may have to use your discernment, because there could be past energy here, King of Swords, that you might be picking up on. All right. So, you know, understanding, you know, who's who, who's who. All right. Let's see what else we got. Because of you, I'm starting to see what is really important in life. So I'm getting somebody is learning some difficult lessons, and that very much could be tied to the flashbacks that they're getting. It's like, because of you, I'm starting to see what's really important in life, and it's triggering them. All right, because they wear a fake mask. All right, they have hidden motives. I'm getting, they're putting on a front, all right, and that mask is falling off, and they have some weird behavior, and I'm getting like this is being seen in their environment. There is this energy that's inspired by you. There's this emotional bond, and there's this telepathic love. There's a flame. There's a flame. And it's a strong flame. I feel like someone's holding a torch for you. Divine Feminine, you're a leader, not a follower. You're the Empress in the upright, okay? So if at one point you were in your shadow, I feel like you are now in the upright. You're a healer to others. And as a result of your experience here, you've been through some sort of strong transformation, and you may see spirit quite a bit. I feel like you're an empath. You're a strong intuitive. So it's like now you're in your power. Now you're in your purpose. You are leading, okay? You are balanced. You're not overpouring or people-pleasing anymore. And that might have been what this person like fed off of, which would be your unhealed wounds, right? If you're people-pleasing and overpouring into relationships and not receiving reciprocity, that would cause you to walk away. And that would cause you to find relationships that are, you know, give and take, equal give and take. I feel like you chose yourself in a situation, and you let whoever this was choose what they want and then be accountable for it with justice. All right. It took courage. It took confidence. It took wisdom to do what you did. I feel like you've healed from the situation, and you're overcoming this despair with this energy. I feel like whatever's going on in the energy, I feel like they're in an inauthentic relationships. And I feel like whoever they surround themselves with is inauthentic. It's like a false sense of security. I'm getting there's nothing but discord there, or there was nothing but discord there for you. And as a result, you're like, I want better for myself. And you're like, Peace. You're heading towards emotional fulfillment, and this is an end of a chapter for you. And you know confidently that there are better times ahead. And whatever's going on with this past energy, that is their burden to bear with the justice, okay? I have earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. Better times ahead. This was like this is a disconnected family dynamic, or you were in a disconnected family dynamic. I'm getting like two sides of the coin. I'm seeing like the Two of Pentacles. So what I'm getting is like, this is what you had with this person, okay? And you removed yourself. You were redirected. And as a result, this is their reality now. The inauthentic relationships, the discord, the broken relationships, the broken family dynamic, the false sense of security, okay? They're receiving clarity now, all right? They're dealing with legal issues. There's cause and effect playing out here. There's karma playing out here for this dynamic I'm picking up on. All right? Whoever's watching you, it's because they're unsatisfied in their current situation. All right? Clarifying that 10 of Cups. They're accepting the bare minimum, or they give the bare minimum. I'm getting there's losing interest here in the situation they find themselves in. I'm getting like a detached masculine energy here, as well as a detached feminine, or the feminine is like really heavily in their wounding. So it would be a lot of projection. I have a time frame, fall, which is right around the corner. So there's a lot of dependence here. There's a lot of like numbing I'm getting. There's a lot of self-soothing through substances. And as a result, that causes someone to be dependent, negligent, lacking focus on their body and health, insecure, blocked creativity, feeling confused. Here's the blockage. Someone is feeling confused. There's no love here, okay? They lost that loving feeling. They're feeling invisible emptiness and wanting to run away from a situation that they find themselves in. It's like, again, like broken relationship, unhappy family dynamic. Okay, I feel like someone is in the energy of regret. I feel like there's guilt here. There's shame here. There's being distant and being blamable, okay? Guilty, justice, legal matters, all right? There's divorce, there's legal papers, there's court visit, all right? So when I was picking up this unhappy family dynamic, like legal issues are playing out in this situation, all right? I feel like someone could be reminiscing about the past and what they had with you. And they could be dwelling on the past. They could be even looking at photos and all of that. So you could be picking up on that energy. I watch you on social media and the internet. It's my way of staying close and finding out more about you. So someone could be stalking you. Okay, reminiscing about the past. They are very much in their, I'm hearing like up to their knees. Okay. Up to their knees. So balance is playing out. That's justice twice, y'all. Look at. Yeah. Okay. There could be an approaching communication. Okay. You might hear about this, or you might hear from one of these parties that I'm picking up on. There's some strong chemistry that you have with whoever's coming into your energy. I feel like you pick up on them in the other, like, spirit realm. Could be a twin flame that you're picking up on. Remember, I was seeing that flame, that torch, okay? I feel like inspired by you, songs, emotional bond, and telepathic love. And then I have the twin flame card. This talks about shared feelings, mirrored energy, emotions, your other half, and a reflection of a soul. Here's the mirror energy. I wish you could see that we are mirroring each other right now. It's a number 4. So confirmation for the twin flames or twin souls, or just energy that you know you are picking up on as a result of mirroring somebody else. Oftentimes when we come across people that we're meant to learn something from, they mirror back to us a part of us that we are meant to see that we wouldn't otherwise see. All right, so mirroring means like, oh, if you're feeling a bit insecure, then someone's gonna mirror that back to you, so you have the knowing that you're insecure in a situation, and for you to look at it and do something about it, right? There's some sort of entrapment, there's some sort of like conceiving or some sort of pregnancy test or pregnancy plan out here. I feel like there was someone that took a risk and it was an unsafe decision. They weren't really thinking, and it might have had something to do with like partner to partner energy here. Okay, so someone may find themselves, it was a risk not worth taking. They find themselves in a difficult situation. All right, I feel like there's that communication. It came out officially. All right, so I feel like somebody took, and this, the dice and equals up to a 10. So with this, I'm getting like, this is like an ending. An ending. Okay. Yeah. Oh my. Oh my. Let me pick these back up. They're everywhere. And one's on the floor. So could be energy in separation at this time. Either you're in separation or these two are now in separation, but I feel like there's energy that's at a distance longing for you. Oof. Let's see. Dreams visiting you, spirit world receiving downloads and confirmations. So I feel like while they're not in your energy, they could be getting some sort of spirit world communication through their dreams, or this could be you receiving downloads from the spirit world and confirmations. Like you could have received visions and dreams about this whole situation so that you could move accordingly. All right, I feel like you have them blocked and you've pretty much disappeared and you've left this behind, and I'm getting like there's no contact here. So if you want to know if this reading is for you, you're not in contact with any of the energies that is associated to your past. All right, because it was a third party dynamic. It was a love triangle, a situationship. There was another woman or another man, and there was secret hookups going on. So you have removed yourself from this triangle. So if you wanted to know if this was for you, then those two facts would be confirming. You're not in contact. You're not interested in reconciliation. You went through a powerful lesson when it comes to this experience. And as a result, you're on the other side of this. And you've gone through a really big transformation, one that is life-changing, okay? To the point where like you've answered your higher calling in this lifetime. That kind of transformation. I feel like deep down, you always had an inkling that something wasn't right. There was some sort of cover up. I'm going to say the word cover up. I feel like you were a really good cover for somebody, okay? And I feel like they blew their cover. And you very much may be someone who speaks truth. You have the sword of truth. This is God's truth, okay? This is the sword of Archangel Michael, all right? So you communicate, you share, you receive downloads, all right? And so you may have received some sort of confirmation through some sort of spirit communication or just an inner knowing or your intuition that somebody was on the down low, or there was some sort of choice someone made that might have been a different type of lifestyle than maybe what you were living with them. No judgment here. Like, do what you got to do. But I feel like when there's lying and deception and betrayal and a cover-up, that's when things kind of are unfair and unjust. Specifically, if there's a family involved, meaning children, there's a union, there's a promise, there's something, you know, there's a contract, right? So I feel like someone has been in the closet and there's secrets being held. So if it's not down lower in the closet, then it's about the secrecy. It's about having these rendezvous with people behind your back and lying about it and defaming you and making you feel like there's something not good enough about you. That would definitely put somebody, you know, in the reverse. All right. Feeling insecure. I feel like someone else is insecure and they make other people feel insecure because they don't deal with that. They project it. Okay. So understand that, like, this cover up, whatever it is, whatever's been going on behind the scenes, it's coming to the light. All right. There's truth being revealed about this. Okay. So this part may not be for everybody. It may be specific. Okay. I am getting fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. So either they're the ones in the DL or they're dealing with someone who's a fire sign that's part of this dynamic that's on the DL. All right, so when their cover's blown, they get real defensive. All right, real defensive. They start planning. They start being calculating. So what else is going on here that we need to know that could be hidden, unknown, unseen? Winter time frame here. What are we going to find out in the winter? What's happening in the winter? Oh, I feel like there's addictions here. There's juggling connections here. There's like doing someone as they've been done to. Player energy, treating somebody like an option. I feel like somebody may want to visit, knock by the house, knock, knock, who's there? I feel like it could be a call or it could be a visit, or riding by the house to see if you're home. Okay, there's also that. And then I have you choosing yourself in the situation. You having the awareness you need to have to love yourself. All right, choosing you and having self-acceptance and maybe doing something nice for yourself, like, I don't know, a massage or a beauty treatment or going golfing, whatever that is for you, whatever that like self-love is, you know, get some sun, get a biscuit. I don't know. Get your dog a biscuit. I don't know what's up with the biscuit. Okay, this came to my head. I was thinking of like a croissant. Instead, I heard biscuit. All right, building a foundation, feeling safe, as well as starting a family. Okay, so this is either you starting a new family, maybe choosing your like preferred family with the 9 of Cups, being surrounded by those, you know, who are going to hold space for you. All right, or this can be someone coming in that is going to share their family with them. They could have a daughter, or you could have older children, but I'm getting like this is you creating a stable foundation for yourself moving forward. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting somebody wants to talk. Okay. Someone wants you to unblock them. All right. I feel like they want to negotiate something with you. They want to have some sort of terms, like they have say in anything. They want to work it out. I feel like there's nothing to work out. I would get with this World card, it's done. Okay, what's done is done. I feel like they're having a hard time accepting this. I feel like there is someone that might want to get to know you, maybe even date you, ask you out. All right. Or it could be this energy bringing a gift to you as like an olive branch. They could be thinking of you, or this could be somebody new. This could be somebody new that wants to sweep you off your feet. Who's this gift coming from? Ah, confirmation, new boo. It's a new person who's thinking about you. They may want to surprise you, and they may want to take you out on a date. This is new love, okay? This is giving and receiving, okay? And here's that giving and receiving, like a gift in this picture and a gift here, okay? So you are a blessing, you are a gift. And I feel like this is somebody who is very generous. They're very caring, very kind, very thoughtful. So this is you enjoying somebody new, okay? It's summertime. If you're looking for a time frame, it's summertime, which is now if you're in the northern hemisphere, right? Yeah. Okay. I feel like you're grateful that things are being cleaned up, okay? Sometimes, someone's trying to clean up evidence. Someone's trying to remove the proof, all right? Someone's throwing out memories, okay? All right, so they're trying to clean out the garbage. All right, might have something to do with a commitment, a marriage, or this is you. You could be someone who's interested in starting something new, something stable, secure, something that is like soulmate energy. And then I have someone who's holding back. There's this indecisiveness, okay? I feel like you may have had some sort of commitment with them. I feel like they've entered a new commitment with somebody else. And as a result, they could be trying to clean up proof of this, like almost so that when they come your way, okay, they can almost, it almost is to kind of like go with their narrative. All right, so I feel like somebody is there's screenshots of something, and so they could be trying to clean up their act. All right. They're not sure if they're coming or going. They're very indecisive. There is this soulmate energy and sharing goals and having a long-term happiness that's on the horizon for you. All right. This is someone who's going to appreciate you, like hold you up, right? Not take you down, not do things to take you down. Okay. That's not love. Okay. That is the furthest from love. That's the opposite of love. All right. I feel like someone is dealing with their own hunger for pleasure. They're heavily in their lower chakras. They have uncontrollable desires, and that is something that they're trying to clean up. All right, that's the trash. That's the screenshots. That's the proof of who's been in the middle of everything, who's been controlling, who's been pulling the strings in this puppet. All right, this energy is a puppet, okay? I feel like they're very dependent. I'm getting dependent energy. Someone's been talking behind your back. I feel like there's jealousy here. They're envious, they're petty, and they seek attention, okay? And this is the energy I'm getting, all right? They're seeking attention. This could be masculine or feminine. Doesn't matter, okay? Doesn't matter. There could be children. There could be immaturity. I feel like someone maybe isn't really responsible. I feel like there's innocent children involved in this. I feel like someone might have exploded with rage, and as a result, it may have caused harm here or alarm. Okay? I'm getting someone's built up emotions and overwhelming thoughts, and anger has gotten the best of them. Maybe even got them in hot water with justice being here. And they very much could be dealing with some legal matters, okay? I feel like some energy here is very detached. Okay. And then I feel like someone feels like they can't wait any longer. There may be an intervention playing out for this energy. Someone's heavily on edge and there's time running out, or they feel like there's some sort of deadline here, right? It could have something to do with an end of a chapter with the World card. Okay. So whatever shenanigans, I feel time's up. I feel like they're feeling ashamed. They're humiliated. They're being seen as a clown now. They only cared about appearances, and now that people have found out the truth, they don't like how they appear now. Okay? I feel like they're denying everything. They refuse to give in, and they're not facing the truth. And they're not willing to tell the truth. It's almost like they don't even know or remember the lies that they've told. They've told so many. And now it's like their truth, the lies, the slander, the defamation, all right? I feel like you're not going back, all right? However, I feel like this energy would love to come back into your energy. They want a second chance here. I feel like the only thing that they can do is bring mind games, okay? They play with people's feelings and they string people along. I feel like you were one of those people and you learned your karmic lesson with this energy. I feel like they take advantage of others, okay, from a wounded place. Okay, so you're not interested in, you know, dealing with that. I feel like they refuse to give in. I feel like they have a lot of anxiety and they're very closed off. Okay. I feel like you could be running away into the sunset, maybe going on a vacation. Travel could be in your future. All right. I feel like it's game over. I feel like their childish behavior, their revenge tactics, I feel like it's time for everyone to enjoy the show. So there could be like a humiliation happening for them. I feel like those who know you love you, okay? I feel like they have appreciation for you. They have value. They see value in you, whether this energy did or not. I feel like they don't see value within themselves, so they're not going to recognize it in someone else. I feel like though you understand your value and you recognize it in others, and you're definitely attracting that into your reality. Someone who knows value and knows worth, an equal give and take, okay? Quid pro quo. I have good vibes and someone wanting to express their love to you, all right? So I feel like whatever soul searching you went on, that walking away, I feel like it's leading you straight to your emotional fulfillment here with the 9 of Cups. I feel like this is ending a major chapter for you. I'm getting like travel, fulfillment, a sense of belonging and accomplishment. There's definitely better times ahead for you. All right. So if this was resonating for you, just know that it's really important that you listen to yourself and trust yourself over what anyone else says. I feel like that's a message for somebody. They may have listened to others to receive information about you and it was false and it was bad advice, and they took the advice and now they find themselves in a really difficult situation that they are now responsible for. And you're not responsible for that. Okay. These are choices that they made, you know, based on false information. And if that's how the cookie crumbles, yo. I feel like you've always felt like you have a higher calling and you've answered it. The same divine energy flows in each of us. This energy is the catalyst for our reunion. We just need to allow this energy to work its magic. Don't force it. All right, let things play out naturally. Because of you, I'm starting to see what really is important in life. Yes, sometimes we teach lessons that we don't know we're going to teach until they play out. I feel the chemistry between us. We need to trust that the energy we share will bring us back together again. All right. So I long to sweep you off your feet and shower you with my love. I'm getting this energy, this new boo. Okay. Red seems really significant. So you might, and then I watch you on social media and the internet. It's my way of staying close and finding out more about you. That could be anybody. I wish you could see that we are mirroring each other right now. All right. Mirrored souls, twin flames, twin souls, soulmate, whatever you want to call it. Don't listen to other people. Trust yourself to know the truth. All right. That is what I've got. Let's see if that is what needs to be shared here. I feel like there was a bit of pride before the fall. I feel like someone celebrated the win a little too soon. I feel like they're vain. They're conceited, self-centered. There's some sort of like disgrace playing out. All right, I feel like they came after you and wanted revenge, and they've been playing a game ever since. And I'm getting like you've not been playing this game. I feel like you chose to go and do what you need to do for you, and you left this energy behind. Meanwhile, they've been gathering people, okay, to cause drama, cause strife, cause competition and chaos, because that's what fuels their ego. This is someone who's very egocentric in the Six of Wands in reverse. All right. And then it says narcissism, disgrace, self-centered, failure. All right. So I feel like they're finding themselves in the brink of collapse. All right. This could be like a narcissistic collapse is what I'm getting. Yep. And then I have like the responsibilities are too much. They're feeling like everything's over the limit. All right. Like it's like they can't handle their situations. And so they like bleed out on everybody else. Like it's everybody else's problem that they're struggling with something. So they tend to not deal with their problems. I feel like they're overwhelmed, they're overloaded. And this is like an ending, okay, to a really difficult situation. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like you're charting a new course with the Two of Wands. I feel like you're future planning, you're considering your options, and you're on a path of discovery. And you're no longer in each other's reality when you look at these two cards. Like you're in one timeline and they're in another. All right. And that's the way it's meant to be. So it's like accepting the inevitable and letting this go once and for all. All right. I have vernal equinox. This talks about going dark to light, timing a few days. It's time, act now, a fresh start, an awakening, as well as spring and summer. Okay. I feel like some of you are a natural born leader, and that might irritate insecurities in other people, and they end up projecting onto you. I feel like this could be someone coming into your energy and they could be the King of Wands, or this is you and this King of Wands. But it's like you recognize these skills in someone, and these are things that you value within yourself, so therefore you value in another. This is someone who's a free thinker. This is someone who's an entrepreneur. This is somebody who gets things going. They're motivating, they're inspiring, they're savvy, they're creative, they're visionary. This is who's coming into your energy, all right? Because this is who you're mirroring. You are mirroring this energy and they're mirroring it back to you. This is what is coming into your reality. And I feel like King of Coins, King of Wands, a natural born leader, an ultimate provider. Okay, so it's like someone who's self-absorbed, the Hermit in reverse, and the Four of Coins, right? This is someone who is going to continue to be in a lack mindset, absorbed with themselves, holding on to greed, okay? Being possessive, right? A tightwad, all right? I don't feel like that's the energy you're calling into your reality, okay? I feel like this is something you're calling on. You may have more than one option coming in, all right? There's also that. There also is like children, soulmate energy, the sweet things in life. And then there's also good news, okay? This could be like studying of magic. This could be great prospects. This could be some goals that the two of you have. Maybe there's some sort of common ground here that you're meant to create with them on. And then I have another King of Cups. All right. So this is someone who's mastered their emotions. Someone who's psychic, artistic, self-aware, highly intuitive. And then I have the Four of Wands. This talks about community support, a homecoming, a wedding, a celebration, a lover returns. Okay, so some additional messages for you guys. Well, this was fun. I don't always use these decks in combination with one another, so I love that. Just be mindful of this. One of us is sad or angry, and it's creating an energetic match in the frequency with the other. So if you have like a mirrored soul, be cautious of your energy. Stay conscious of this. It's possible. Try to help us elevate our vibration, our frequency. Okay, so if you're feeling off, do what you can to kind of like balance yourself out. You have the skills and tools to do so. And if you don't, you know where to find me, betweenbothworlds.org. And I will see you on the next reading. Bye now.